about 23 years ago.
23 years ago?
Yes.
Okay.
I started getting terrible headaches, and I thought I had meningitis. So
why did you think you had meningitis?
Because the
did you
headaches...
Google and did you sort of...
Check, yes,
yeah,
I Googled and checked, and then I decided to go to my GP.
Mm-hmm.
And when I went to the GP, he also thought it was meningitis, and he did a lumbar punch,
mm-hmm.
and he discovers that it wasn't meningitis. He then wanted me to go for a CT scan.
Right.
So I went for the CT scan, and then he discovered there was water in my brain.
So at that point, how old were you?
I was 23.
23 years old, and then he discovers that there's basically fluid in your brain.
Yes.
Did he tell you what caused fluid in your brain?
He just said that it was these headaches that
mm-hmm.
were so bad.
Intense, yeah.
It was so intense that
yes.
it just even made me bang my head against the wall,
mm-hmm.
because I couldn't handle these headaches.
Mm-hmm.
So after I went to him, he suggested that I needed to put a VP shunt.
Okay. What is a
Basically,
VP shunt?
a VP shunt is a plastic cord that they insert in your head, which drains out any excess water or fluid that comes into your head.
So how is this actually done? It's done surgically, obviously.
Surgically, yes. They actually open your head,
mm-hmm.
and they insert the cord into your head,
mm-hmm.
and then they bring it down into your tummy, which they cut, and they bring it down into your tummy,
mm-hmm.
which drains
the
fluid.
Okay. So thereafter, he says they had this shunt put in.
Yes, they did.
Mm-hmm.
And then they sent me back home. And after a couple of days, I started to lose my balance, walking and holding stuff. And then I went back to the hospital. And
Beverly, did he tell you that these were some of the things that you were going to probably experience?
No, he didn't.
He didn't, okay.
It was something that was so unusual. So I went back to the hospital, and he checked me, and he decided to send me for an MRI scan.
Mm-hmm.
When they did this MRI scan, then they discovered I had a tumor on the left-hand side of my head. He then called my parents in, and he told them about the tumor, and he said that I had to have the tumor removed. If not, I would end up being paralyzed.
So the size of this tumor, did you know at that point? Did he tell you any
He
details
didn't
about
tell
it?
me what the size was, but he just told me what the tumor was.
Right.
It was called a medulloblastoma, and this tumor is only found in children.
In children?
Yes. So it's like 1 out of 8,000 people, adults, that have this tumor. And I was one of those adults.
But generally you find these tumors in children?
Yes.
Why is it specifically children? Why did they get it?
I suppose the cancer cells,
according to their age and that sort of thing,
age
develop.
develops more in children than in adults.
Okay, so you were probably